Well, hi guys, welcome back for another video. My name is Shelby. This is True North Budgets. My husband Tanner and I are on a journey to pay off our debt and catch up in our sinking funds so that we can set ourselves up for a better financial future. If that journey sounds like one you'd like to follow along with, make sure you hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and like this video. But hello guys, happy January. I know it's been, I've filmed quite a few videos in January and you're seeing them in January, but we are officially starting our January budget. So happy January. We're going to be doing a budget with me for the month for January as a month, and yeah, I have quite a few videos left to film today, so let's go ahead and just jump right in so that we can stay on track. Tanner gets 2 paychecks this month. I will have Spark income this month and I'll have Airbnb income. I don't know what I'm planning on for extra income for Spark for the month, so the extra income for Spark is going to go towards our debt, and I don't know where it's going to go quite yet either. So I'm not going to include a total here. It's not going to cover any of our bills, variables, or basic, like minimum debt payments. So I'm not concerned about it being in the budget. It's going to go strictly towards extra payments on things. So for Tanner's paychecks, we are going to budget $14.25 for each of them. I think they might be a little bit more than that just because he did switch to a night shift and they get a differential for night shift, so we'll see what they end up being, and then in February we'll be able to adjust. For Spark, I budget for $500 a week, and that comes out to $2,000 for the month because we have 4 weeks. And then for Airbnb, I'm going to budget for $575. And we will just leave this blank. So our total income that we're working with is $5,425. I still have not printed out my new budget planner, so once I get that printed out, we'll go into that, but for now I'm just going to continue with the notebook. Moving into our bills and subscriptions, Cricket is, I set my calculator off to the side. Cricket is $10. Verizon will budget, I think we'll budget $223. I think that's about what it is. Internet will go $105. Canva is $13. State Farm, we're going to do $141. Amazon is $15, YouTube is $11, CapCut is $20, I'm pretty sure, and then Spotify is $12, Gravel is $11, HBO is $19, Delta Dental is $43, MDU will do $190, Chevy is Tanner's car payment, that's $875. Homebase is $30. That's a new one that you guys haven't seen before. That is the subscription that I pay to have my cleaners track their time for the Airbnb. Water is $65. SiriusXM will do $18. Rent is $875. QuickBooks is $20, and then Netflix is $14. So let's go ahead and get a total for our bills and subscriptions. And I will probably speed through this. So I got $2,710 the first time. I'm gonna just double check though. Yep. So 2,710 is my total there. And then we'll come up to variables. Gas, we budget $50 a week. At 4 weeks is $200 for the month. Groceries, we're gonna budget $200 per week, so that's $800 for the month. And then eating out, we're just going to budget $20 a week. So that's $80 for the month. So that total is $1,080. And then moving into debt, you guys, this month is frustrating because I have some late payments that I'm accommodating for. So my debt payments are going to be higher for January than they will be in February. I'm really frustrated with myself. I'm normally really on top of our budget and paying our bills on time, but my debt payments have just fallen through the cracks recently. So yeah, that's fun. Credit one too, our payment this month will be $95. Kohl's is $30. Avent is $137. That's one that's normally way lower. It's usually like $25. Discover, it's technically not Discover. I was just writing this really quickly and out of habit wrote Discover, but First Mark actually bought out Discover for student loans in like October, but that will get $708. Milestone is getting $80. This is another one that's high. Target will get $30. Credit one is $47, and I think that's actually pretty normal. Chase is normal. This is $35. Ally's normal. It's $27. US Bank one is a tad high. It's $52. Advantage is Tanner student loans. That'll be $108. And then US Bank 2 is my second US Bank card. Oh wait, US Bank 1 is not $52. It's actually $73. US Bank 2 is $52. Upgrade is $160. Sorry for the double lines. I forgot to write this one on the paper, and I had already done the total line and didn't want to rewrite the entire sheet. So Upstart 1 is $36. So now getting a total for our debt. I don't have a highlighter close by me, so that's okay. We have 95. So 1,618 is the total for our debt. So now to find out what we have remaining, we will take our total 5,425 and we will subtract out the totals for each category. So we have 2,710 for bills and subscriptions, 1,080 for variables, and 1,618 for debt. So that leaves us with $17 remaining. I'm not going to budget this out right now just because all of our extra money is going to go towards debt of some sort, and I haven't finished laying out all of the plan for that. So I don't know which category it needs to go to, so I'm just going to leave this 17, and then when I plan on the extra money for my Spark that I earn on my days off, I will account for this $17 as well. So yes, that is what our budget for January is going to look like. This is going to run from January 9th to February 5th, and we will see some weekly budget with me's, weekly cash stuffings. You guys will see 2 unstuffing videos, so we'll do one halfway through the month for the first 2 weeks, and then another one at the end of the month for the last 2 weeks. And then at some point I'm going to post a debt confession video. I'm hoping to get that done. We leave for vacation on Friday and we come back on the following Sunday, I think. Either Saturday or Sunday, I don't know. It depends on what time our flights get in and everything, whether we decide to drive home. But I'm hoping that that week after we get back from vacation, I can really nail down our whole debt plan and get you guys a debt confession video as well as a goals for 2026 video. But that will wrap up our budget with me for January of 2026, you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you for sticking around with me through our journey. I know I've been a little bit inconsistent. I'm trying to get better. That is Spoiler alert, that is one of my goals for 2026, is to be way more consistent with filming and editing and posting. It's not the filming that I struggle with, honestly, it's the editing and the posting, because editing takes so long. But that is one of my goals for this year, is to get into a routine and not to let vacations and trips and things deter me from that routine. But anyways, that will wrap up this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in my next one. Bye!